Love Poems from the Heart by Patrick P. Stafford, recited by John Taft. Lovelier. Life had often appeared so unappealing to me, and seemingly less than it was wont to seem. But because you were destined to always be lovelier than the loveliest dream, I became a dreamer. For I had hoped to lose myself upon the sea, and in every wave that rose and tossed, but because you lived to sail with me, and to find yourself as infinitely lost, I became a sailor. Yet there were skies who had struggled to be as sweet as any freedom I was foolish to ignore, but because your heart was wild and free, and worth a life's living or dying for, I became a soldier. But more than these I had come to see, especially during my most desperate hour, because you lived and came to love me, lovelier than the loveliest flower, I became a gardener. A Walk in the Rain. Oh, not too long ago, on a lonely day like today, I watched you like the sunset that came but failed to remain, and like every leaving sunset, I watched you walk away, on a day like today, so much filled with darkness and rain. And though my torched heart truly loved you and begged you to stay, and though you paused long enough to give me strength to sustain the worry of your leaving in the darkness of the day, I never thought you'd leave till you stepped out into the rain. And though the rain keeps on falling and seems so bleak and black, and I feel like I'm drowning in a pool of endless pain, suddenly, one day, the very same day, you came back, for you never left me. You just took a walk in the rain. The Wind. I can tell you what love is, in a windy way. When a storm looks imminent and the clouds are gray, it's running in the rain, just to capture one kiss. From someone whose every breath you fear to miss. It's seeing the wind blowing in your lover's hair, and inhaling the sight of it as you would air. And then arouse the stark storm into your embrace. But to see one smile upon your lover's face. For it is when death or darkness intervenes, intent upon making love forget what it means. From loving someone truly with all your heart, forever and a day, till death do us part. Yes, I will tell you what love is, in a windy way, though it endures a cold, dark, or bright windy day, or you spend it all in timeless turmoil and strife. Love is loving one loving soul more than life. Like leaves love trees and the sand, the seas, without end. Love is loving someone like the clouds love the wind. On cold, dark nights. Sometimes the nights are especially cold, and far too dark for loners, and I find myself living for a dream that will never live for me. So I walk the lonely streets and talk to lonely strangers, who travel as I the lifetime journey, barren and alone, and forever among the cold, dark nights. And though they travel beside me, and are with dreams like my own, for love or companionship eternal, I do not travel with the many, but the few, and together each of us travels alone. Yet somewhere out there I have seen you, and have encountered you when the nights were not so cold or dark. You were there long ago, or many years from now, but like a dream that was not too far away to reach. Still you were only a dream, and I somehow always knew I would never find you. But nevertheless, I keep the dream and continue to travel, and wander these lonely streets, brave and undefeated, not because I'm a hopeless dreamer, but because such dreams can keep you warm on cold, dark nights. Young Hearts and Dear Dreamers. Part 1. I found you in the spring, when love and life were true. The flowers were in full swing, and the birds all sang and flew. Love and life gave everything that they could give to two. Life was a fantasy for queen and king, and love was a dream that gave me you. But spring one day went away, and with it all the birds and flowers. I never knew that love could fill the day with so very few fleeting hours. Far death comes and touches when it may, and all that it touches it devours. I never knew love could end this way until death brought an end to ours. For death is a force that can sever the dreams that young hearts dream of. I see spring doesn't last forever, and neither does love. Part 2. Yet once I was out in winter snow, and far I had traveled and wide. Then certain no further I could go, I wished to have stayed and died. Yet there amidst the frozen snow, upon this barren mountain side, was a seed newly planted to grow, who knew death could be defied. I would be that reborn flower now, slain but triumphant in life renewed. Another field of love I would plant and plow. Dreams come true if they are pursued, for once again love would be my vow, and it would be cherished and wooed. What hope yearns, dreams will allow. Young hearts need never be subdued, for life is a force we must take in. Do not give up on the dreams you dream of. Spring has lived before, it will live again. And dear dreamers, so will love.